808. That was Flow Rider right there with Whistle. You're listening to the Morning Cruise Control. I'm Senior Airman Kellen Carr. Also got my man Jay Stokes in the studio with me.
And nothing much, man. And we do have some guests here in the Eagle 810 studio with us.
I guess you could call that these distinguished gentlemen from the 374th Security Forces Squadron. We have Tech Sergeant Jose Favela and Tech Sergeant Davy Huffman. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Morning.
So we're on distinguished status now?
Well,
we're on distinguished
I'm just saying
status?
that just to be nice, you know.
Can I get a parking spot out front?
Y'all do carry cuffs and guns and everything, so I guess I got to be a little nice.
You got you right, a little bit.
Yeah.
How you been, though?
He wants the parking spot so bad. He's asking about it.
I'm distinguished. Can I get a parking
spot? Sergeant Favela, did you get a chance to watch any of the World Cup?
I did. What'd
you think?
I saw I was a little upset. Mexico lost. I was really
So you're an avid soccer player, right? You used to play, didn't you?
No, that's the one sport I can't play.
Really?
I'm athletically challenged when it comes to soccer, believe it or not.
I'm not even gonna make a joke about that. I'm not even gonna make a joke about that.
Right.
What'd you think, Sergeant Huffman? What'd you think about the U.S. and Belgium game?
Yo, I just looked at the score. I didn't wake up early enough to watch it. I just looked at the score, and you know, we lost 2-1, but I'm still proud of USA, you know, for making it out of the group level. They upset or changed the views of a lot of the haters out there and the doubters. And I'll be honest, I was a doubter. You know, we drew a tough group. You know, I didn't think we were going to make it out, but we did.
We most definitely did. And, yeah, remember, check out AFN Sports for all of your World Cup soccer coverage and myafn.net for your TV schedule needs. And Sergeant Favela's talking about Mexico got out. Come on, man. Come on, man. Hey, what are you guys going to be covering this morning in this hour?
What we're going to hit on is traffic circles and stoplight areas. These are a lot of traffic congested areas which generate a little confusion from time to time, and I just want to kind of clear up a couple traffic safety things.
All right. Well, you know, also, Sergeant Huffman, we play movie trivia every Wednesday at 8:30.
No, man. Why you got to bring it up? I lost the last one.
You did
first time losing ever in movie trivia history.
You about to lose again this week.
Oh, you got me again.
I'm going to make sure that. I got one for you, and you're going to lose. I know Sergeant Favela's going to lose. He got that look on his face like he's probably going to come on here and lose.
Oh, man. I see it. I see it.
Stick around. We got more from the 374 Security Forces Squadron, but we got to get back to the music. We got American Authors coming up next, but first, here's Andy Grammer with Back Home. 8:17, the American Authors with Believer. We're back here in the Eagle 810 studio. It's Kellen and Jay Stokes, and also our guest, 374th Security Forces Squadron. We got Tech Sergeant Davy Huffman, Tech Sergeant Jose Favela, and we're talking now about some stoplights. What you got for us?
Hey, real quick, you said that song was Believer?
Believer.
I believe you made a post last night.
Oh, man.
You want to chime in on that real quick?
Coming at me.
Something about Pandora and Bieber and...
You know what?
Oh, my goodness.
So check it out.
Elaborate, please.
I will elaborate. I will elaborate. So I'm listening to Pandora, man. I mean, on hours on end, I'm cleaning my room, getting everything ready, whatever. And I'm sitting there and like, man, I hear the song, like, man, this sounds like a little Chris Brown song. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to like it. Thumbs up. And I'm like, oh, that's Justin Bieber. Maybe not. So then later on, same kind of thing, like 15, 20 minutes later, the song comes on. Oh, I like...
Oh, wait.
It's Bieber again.
Oh, wait.
And these were songs that we don't play on the radio. Like, they were like some of his, I don't know, on his last 2 albums. And before I know it, there was like 4 or 5 Bieber songs that I actually liked.
Man.
And so I posted last night. I was like, man, does this make me a believer? Because
I believe so.
You think so? Because I like chorus. No, man. I'm like, listen, Jose put me on that Confident featuring Chance the Rapper, though.
Chance the Rapper?
Good, right?
Yeah, that's
good.
Wow.
Justin Bieber and Chance the Rapper. It's a good song.
Yeah, I've heard it.
It's called Confident.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Shout out to Sergeant Favela.
I got you.
Chance the Rapper.
I got you all day.
All right, so check it out. We got to talk about stoplights.
All right, we got to help people not get them tickets. So stoplights, they're all over base, and obviously red means stop, right?
Is that really? Universal
that's true.
sign for stop, right?
But in Japanese culture, red means like 10 more cars go through. If anybody's driven off base, you know that's true.
Very true. I love
that. On the west side, when you're crossing over, you see that the most.
Right. But when you're driving on base, don't resort to Japanese culture. Stay with your American culture where yellow means, hey, it's time to slow down. Red means, hey, it's time to stop. You don't want to keep on blasting through. And then a lot of the stoplights on base, you can turn left. But you got to make sure you come to a complete stop. You know, I'll see people that are speeding up, try to break that light and cut left.
What exactly constitutes a complete stop, okay? How long must you sit in order to be considered a complete stop? Because I've had police officer pull me over before, like, talking about you didn't stop long enough. I'm like, dude, I was at a complete stop for 2 seconds.
Right.
Like 1 1000, 2 1000 went.
Right.
Was that not fast? I mean, was that too fast or what?
Yeah.
Are you sure you were at a stop, or were you doing a California roll where you just?
I mean, listen, I'm from Missouri, so it'd be more of a Missouri roll, maybe.
Had to check that.
Yeah, and ultimately it comes down to officer discretion. All of us view a perfect stop, you know, in a different way. But what I go off on is when you're pulling up, your vehicle has forward momentum.
Yes.
And then as you apply the brakes and stop, you'll feel your vehicle rock back, and it'll get into that set motion.
Yes.
Once you hit that, wait about a second or so, and then you're good to, you know, to proceed forward or make that left turn, whatever you're doing.
Okay. Sergeant Favela, you are from California, so what exactly is a California roll for those who aren't familiar?
Pretty much what you had described that you did. Slowing down, coming up to a stoplight, you know, 2 seconds, hey, I'm slowing down. You don't actually stop, and then you just keep going.
Right.
That's not what I said. I said I stopped for 2 seconds.
That's what I heard. I'm sorry.
Oh, man, I was thinking a California roll with some sushi, but never mind.
Right.
Well,
Just
hey,
saying.
stick around. We're going to be talking about traffic circles, and we'll have more with the 374 Security Forces Squadron. We have movie trivia. It's where Sergeant Huffman's going to strike out once again.
I hope not.
All right, your weather, your yen rate, and more music is on the way, so stay tuned. 8:29. We had Flow Rider right there with How I Feel. Hey, we're back in the Eagle 810 studio. Of course, Kellen, my man Jay Stokes to my right. And then we got 374th Security Forces Squadron in the studio. Sergeant Favela, Sergeant Huffman here. And we've been talking about stoplights. Now it's time to cover these traffic circles.
Right.
The dreaded traffic circle.
Yeah, and we only got a couple on base, but if you're new to driving in that environment, they generate kind of a confusing area.
It can.
Right.
Because people, you know, people go through there kind of sillily. Did I make up a word? Sillily. I was feeling like Sergeant Favela right there. I was trying to roll my L's.
L's. Fair enough. El Nino.
I'm trying to get him to respond. He's just laughing at me. Sorry, Huffman. So what? Talk to us about these traffic circles, Nick.
When you're pulling into the traffic circle, you don't need to use your turn signal. Every now and then I do it just out of habit because it feels like I'm making a turn even though I'm really not yet.
Because you only have one option.
Right. Yeah, so I'll do it out of habit, but you want to approach into it kind of cautiously, especially if there's traffic coming around.
What do you mean? You don't just dart out there? You're not supposed to just jump out there?
Nah, you don't want to do that.
And they yield for you? I thought that's how it worked.
Nah.
Okay, I'm just acting like the bad driver that you're talking to right now.
Right. But when you're going around, you don't really need to turn your turn signal on until you're ready to exit. So that's when you want to turn on your left turn signal so you can get out of there. I remember when Jensen was on here before he got out, he mentioned that in Europe, they would always turn on their right turn signal to let everybody know they were staying in the circle, and then they would flick it over to left when they were ready to
exit out of it.
And that's not a standard requirement here, but it's not a bad idea, you know.
Sergeant Favela, you're shaking your head. Have you seen this from time to time?
I've seen it all the time, and I know exactly what Jensen was talking about. I was in Europe also, and we did do that. It was just made other drivers more aware, hey, I am staying in the lane. I'm not going to pull out. And
so even though it's not mandatory, it's not necessary, is it something that you would advise? I mean, do you like that idea?
Yeah, it's a good idea for traffic safety.
I really do. It keeps it safe, keeps the road safe.
Right.
And, you know.
And is there any policy, like how do you guys ticket people for, what do people get ticketed for when they go into the traffic circle? Is there anything that people do wrong that will get them a ticket?
Yeah,
not signaling.
Yeah, not signaling, failure to signal. That would be the really the only one.
So you are required to signal left when you're getting off.
Right, when you're getting out of the circle.
That is correct. Yes.
Okay, because I do see a lot of people when they come to that one, if they're making that, they go on to the circle and they're making that first left. So since it's so quick, a lot of people they don't put their blinker on.
Right.
You see that a lot too.
So you got to put that blinker on.
Yeah, and that's why typically, like I mentioned earlier, as soon as I hit it, I just click the left signal, and because I know I'm turning that first left anyway, so I'll just keep it on, so that way they know I'm getting out right away.
See, that's why I like when you guys come on, because I learned something.
Right.
Keep myself out of trouble, because there's a couple of y'all that are some haters, and they're looking for me to mess up. They're looking for people to mess up, so
trying to find something.
Try to get over it.
Yeah, we got this radar like, boop, boop. Oh, he's in the traffic circle. He's in the traffic circle.
I know, look, I'm going to start calling in whenever y'all are parked out behind AFN, too.
Yeah.
Hanging out there eating Twixes and stuff.
Twixes and stuff. Man, calling us out. At least you didn't say donuts, man. I appreciate that.
No,
that's an old urban legend.
No, I haven't seen y'all eating donuts. I do catch them eating the Twix and then peanut M&Ms. I've seen that stuff.
Hate on Twixes, though.
No, I know. They're delicious.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll be like, dude, can I get the other one?
Right.
That's all I'm trying to do.
You got two, man. Just share. That's all I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying nothing, man. Time out for a Twix. Hey, stick around. We got movie trivia coming up here in 2 minutes, right after the Pacific Radio Report.
Go ahead. Make my day. And now it's time for movie trivia. Call Eagle 810 if you know the name of the movie. And today's movie is...
I can't stand Hansel.
I know, right? Riding in on that scooter like he's so cool.
And the way Hansel combs his hair.
Or like, doesn't. It's like, excuse me, but have you ever heard of styling gel?
I'm sure Hansel's heard of styling gel. He's a male model.
Well, Earth to Brent, I was making a joke.
Earth to Meekus, duh, okay. I knew that.
Earth to Brent, I'm not so sure you did, because you were all, well, I'm sure he's heard of styling gel. Like you didn't know it was a joke.
I knew it was a joke, Meekus. I just didn't get it right away.
Earth to Brent, would you guys stop it already? Did you ever think that maybe there's more to life than being really, really, really ridiculously good looking? I mean, maybe we should be doing something more meaningful with our lives. Like helping people.
Derek, what people?
I don't know. People who need help.
Models help people. They make them feel good about themselves.
They also show them how to dress cool and wear their hair in interesting ways?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so.
You know what could really help you sort through these important issues?
What?
Orange mocha frappuccino!
That was today's movie trivia. Call 225-2379 or 042-552-2510, extension 52379 with the answer.
May the force be with you.
Hi, this is Senior Emma Miller.
Hey, Senior Emma Miller, how you doing today, brother?
Pretty good.
So you calling about movie trivia, right?
Yes.
So do you have an answer for me on today's movie trivia?
Yes, it's Zoolander.
It is Zoolander. You are today's winner of movie trivia, brother. Where would you like to go eat lunch at today?
Popeyes.
Popeyes it is. You get a free large combo from Popeyes. But listen, this is the other part of the question. It's rather tricky. And if you get this wrong, you just lose everything, all right? Who's your favorite radio station?
Eagle 810.
Boy! 8:45, Magic right there with Rude. Before that, we had Justin Bieber and Nicki Minaj with Beauty and a Beat. It's Kellen here, Jay Stokes in the studio.
You said you just played Justin Bieber.
I did play Bieber a moment ago. Beauty and a Beat. Sergeant Huffman's over there. He's trying to hold it in. Huffman, Sergeant Favela in the studio from the 374th Security Forces Squadron. And we covered the traffic circles, covered the stoplights and everything. And I just want to kind of go ahead and recap or hit on something else, Sergeant Huffman.
I want to cover... I'm kind of speechless, man. Because at the start of the show, I said if you play Bieber, I'm dropping the headset and I'm walking out, but I didn't follow through. So
you didn't follow through.
You called me on my bluff. Man. You called me on my bluff. But we talked about stoplights and how it's important to come to a stop when the light's red. I know in Japanese culture you see them driving off base, they blow like 6 or 7 more cars through once the light turns red. But on base we got to stick to that.
10 car minimum.
Right. Right. On base, we got to stick to that American-style driving. Even though we got Japanese people that drive on base too, but we got to stick to
Actually, I don't know
our roots.
I don't know that we should stick to American-style driving because I know there's more car deaths in America than there are here in Japan.
True. As I was.
Touche.
I'm just to say, like 18 to 25 individuals, 18 to 25 is one of the biggest killers of people in America.
Right.
It's not the case here in Japan.
That's probably because they're texting while they're driving.
That's true,
checking
too.
their Facebook status.
And the kilometers, the miles per hour are a lot different, too.
Right.
Because you're going like 40 clicks, you're like 28 miles an hour.
And when you hit that 60 around the North Overrun, you feel like you're on the expressway.
You're going a hard 45 miles an hour right there. But you feel like you're going about 80.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
But then also traffic circles, it's a confusing area for people that are new to driving or new to driving in, this culture, whether it's Japan or Europe or whatever, where traffic circles are predominant. Just make sure you enter the circle cautiously, and then when you're exiting, make sure you hit that left turn signal to get out of it, so that way you let people waiting to get into the circle know that you're getting ready to leave.
Sergeant Favela, anything you wanted to add to that?
My man Huffman covered it all.
Covered it all.
He did. He did. He hit all the points. I mean, there's nothing much you could add.
Look, you can tell this man is into this Detroit Tigers, Oakland A's game.
Only because I hate Detroit. My commander's a big fan of Detroit, so
got him.
I'm rooting for the A's.
Oh,
got him.
A big shout out to your commander.
Hate.
It's strong.
Hey, listen, he's going to be in the 2014 Player Haters Ball.
Right.
You're going to see Sergeant Favela up there. He's going to be hosting it. He's going to be hosting it.
Along with Ice-T.
Well, again, will you briefly, Sergeant Huffman, go over the traffic circles and the stoplights as you talked about earlier?
Yeah.
For those who might have missed that.
Yeah, the biggest key points is for stoplights, make sure you come to complete stop when it's red, yellow. It doesn't mean hurry up and speed up so you can make it through. You want to, that's when to slow down. And then you can turn left at traffic lights, but you got to make sure you come to that complete stop before you turn left. Traffic circles, when you're entering, enter cautiously. Make sure you turn that left signal on when you're trying to get out and everything.
All right, too easy right there.
Right.
So we appreciate it each and every other Wednesday. You guys come in here, and you actually did get today's movie right, Sergeant Huffman. You knew it like immediately.
As soon as I heard the first thing, I just took the headset off. I didn't even listen anymore.
Me and Sergeant Favela were looking at each other like, this man's quoting the whole.
Clueless.
Quoting the movie, and I'm sitting there like, I've seen the movie, but I would never remember the whole lines like that.
It's one of my favorite movies, though. I gotta admit.
It's one of Zoolander?
Yeah,
one
it's
of
one of my
your
favorite movies. I love comedies. What can I say?
Shout out to Brandon Miller. He is today's winner. Said he wanted to go eat at Popeyes.
Good
He's
stuff.
today's winner.
I might join him today.
You have to join him over at Popeyes?
I might join him today.
You getting those naked tenders?
Nah, yeah, I get the spicy crispy ones. You know,
spicy crispy
I gotta
ones?
have my crispiness.
Man, look, we need to quit talking about food. All right, well, gentlemen, I do appreciate you guys joining me on the show this morning.
Right.
Appreciate you having us.
Thank you for being on time. I do appreciate that as well.
We're here for you.
All right. We got your weather, your yen rate, and more music all the way. Stay tuned to the